Hello everyone, I'm Angela Carter and welcome to my third of my weekly tarot videos. We are 3 weeks in. This is where I basically read the energies for the collective, i.e. the world, and what's around us, really, to try and hone in what we're actually feeling all right now, because it's rather intense. I am a Scorpio, and so 3 weeks in I do have a third piece. For any of those who've been watching my previous 2 weeks, I have a third piece of Scorpio jewellery, which is actually back to front. Hold on. I think it being back to front has probably worked out in my favour because it is so small. I'm just going to get really close to the camera. I might as well just hang it towards the camera. Hold on. My camera is going to struggle with this. It's basically the constellation in the zodiac, in the sky, of Scorpio. Can you see the constellation? That's the constellation. Now, as I am only in my third week, I'm still ironing out the kinks, as it were, because I'm looking back at my videos and they're like between 14 and the last one was like 18.5 minutes long, and it's quite an ask to ask people to sit down and watch your video as a newbie, an 18.5 minute long video, so I'm trying to edit them down, so I'm just feeling my way around right now. But I do like to do a few facts for you first, so let's get into that. So we are still in Cancerian season, so happy birthday to the last of the June Cancerian babies, and then at the end of this week it will be July, so happy birthday to all the July babies. Now, for those of you who have watched my previous few weeks, I've talked about the fact that we've had a rarity in astrology terms. We've had 3 eclipses in the space of 1 month. We had a lunar eclipse on the 5th of June, we had a solar eclipse around the 21st of June, and then on the 5th of July we have another lunar eclipse. So bookended lunar eclipses, solar eclipse in the middle. We're going to a lunar eclipse next week on the 5th of July, which is Sunday in the UK, and it's also a full moon in Capricorn now. So Cancerian energy and Capricorn energy. Capricorn is all about looking to the future and goal orientated, and Cancer rules the home and nostalgia, looking backwards. So we've got those two conflicting energies, and they are actually the polar opposites in the zodiac. So there's a lot of finishings, endings, beginnings again, and also talking about beginnings again. Next week, the weekend, I think the 4th of July, that weekend particularly, it's when restaurants and bars and places open in the UK again. So it is like full moon should be the end of something and the start of something new. So it does feel like that energy wise with the collective anyway. So with all that in mind, before I ramble on anymore and make this like 25 minutes long, let's just get into the tarot readings. If anyone wants my coil's going crazy. So if anyone happens to want a personal reading from moi, then just get in contact with me via my social media pages and we can talk about terms and pricings basically. But for now, let's get into the free weekly oracle card, tarot card reading for the collective. So let's enjoy this, shall we? Follow me as we go to the table. I've meditated on the cards the last week in June, and then we go into July, so let's go. Ready, cards? Okay, for the collective, for the world, for this week. Oh my god, they're fanning out. Oh. Hold on, let's keep going. Always finish the shuffle. Shuffling in front of the camera, it always looks a bit wrong. But sometimes people like to see the cards, sometimes they don't. Finish the shuffle. There we go. Let me just have a look at these for now. Hold on. Sometimes tarot readers like reading reversals, sometimes they don't. Okay, let's see if you've got any more cards for me. Feels like there's a missing gap here at the end. Let's have a look. What have you got for me at the end there? Oh, that one. Okay, let me just review the cards. So we have the Hanged Man in reverse, the 10 of Pentacles or the 10 of Coins, the 4 of Wands, the 9 of Wands in reverse, the 6 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. Earth energy, fire energy, water energy and air energy. And there's only one major arcana on the table, and that is the Hanged Man. But he's in reverse. So when he's upright, it's about suspension, intuition, waiting for something, like gleefully. It's not a hanging. It's not a hanging. It's a suspension, a purposeful suspension, waiting for something to happen. Some say that it is the Fool. He's the Fool card, which is the first card in a tarot deck. It's the 0, being the number 7. As going from the Fool, getting to number 7, he's halfway through the major arcana process. that the Fool goes through, because he's 0. So the Fool's not on the table, and sometimes it's about which card is not on the table, but the Fool is here. But he's not hanging up being a fool going, wee, I'm waiting for something to happen, I'm just waiting, intuitively waiting. So upright, he's hanged. He's not hanging, he's hanged. Upright, there is obstacles. Upright, he's not happy and loose and carefree. So people being inconsiderate and selfish. And then we have the 10 of coins, collecting all your riches. Your riches are full. Making your money, making your pentacles. For some people, they're in suspension. Oh, they're in suspension. Not good suspension, but bad suspension over whether they've got jobs or not. So some have job security and some don't. And then this, the 4 of Wands, is about celebration, coming together. It's sometimes people think it's a wedding. Other meanings for this could be that you're boxed in with the 4 corners trapping you in. It is supposed to be a celebration. It could be a wedding, or it could be the lead up to a wedding. But also it could be boxed in with the 4 corners, like the 4 corners on a card, the 4 wands, the fire energy. And then you have more fire energy with the 9 of Wands in reverse. The 9 of Wands upright is about overcoming conflict. This guy's been through a lot. We've been through a battle. And you think it's over. He's put his shield down. He's resting. But then, is there another battle coming up behind him? Also, it could be that the battle's coming to an end, and this is all in celebration. Everyone's put their wands up. Yeah, the battle's finished and they're resting, but is he looking back to see them celebrating, or is he looking back to see that there's another battle coming? And 9s are usually coming to completion. It's when something's near an end. With lockdown, I suppose, we're near the end of the major part of lockdown. But this is turmoil. Because the 9 of Wands in reverse is obstacles, adversity, calamity, really. Everything's dropping, everything's falling apart maybe. So when we're coming out of lockdown, is everything going to fall apart? Are we going to be boxed in? Are we going to have a celebration? A job's going to be there? Are we in suspension about everything? And then you've got the 6 of Cups, nostalgia, which also goes with what I was talking about. We're forgetting all the good work we've done before lockdown and the virus happened. All the good work we did, changing our way we think about plastic, recyclable plastic, reusable bottles and bags and things. But now I see plastic bottles and plastic bags in the park like this. It's no longer glee, it's just filled with rubbish. So that's water signs like myself, Scorpio, and then you've got Cancer and Pisces. This is more of a Cancerian card because it's about nostalgia. And Cancer rules the house of the home, looking back, nostalgia, the earth. You can see there's 2 cups here that are full up, in focus, and then there's 4 cups in the background that are out of focus, in the past. And 2 cups, it links with also, could be past life soulmates as well. Coming out of lockdown, getting back to maybe dating, getting back to seeing your boyfriend, girlfriend, someone you haven't seen for a long time coming back in your life. But you've had all this stuff going on in the past, and the recent past being in lockdown, they're all out of focus now, but it's all still memories. There's still memories drifting. This child's quite gleeful, swinging, when she was a child. And you know, we've been through a lot. I think we need to get back to the gleeful swinging, which actually goes with the Hanged Man. So she's swinging in the past. We were all gleefully swinging when we were kids, and now we're going through this. We're not in gleeful suspension. So the gleeful suspension we had was back in the past. So will we come out of this, which actually links with, will we come out of this in a good way or a bad way, which links to the 2 of Swords. Two of Swords, air energy, talking, there's 2 ways, swords. This blindfold, she's holding these swords. She could so easily cut that blindfold off. It's just made of silk. She could so easily just cut it away. This is all about the mind being led. We can't see the future properly. We can see glimpses of it, perhaps nostalgically. We can see glimpses of the past and the future. But right now we are in suspension, 2 ways. The Hanged Man, suspended. We just don't know which way it's going to go, really. We can see glimpses of how it's all going to go for us, really, but we're not actually entirely sure. The battle is still going on. We're still going to have to battle our way out of this. And we're looking back at how it was before and trying to see how much of that we can reclaim, really. And what the future holds. Maybe we will be meeting soulmates, past life soulmates. Because with that 2 of Cups, it links with the 2 of Cups in the tarot deck. The Two of Cups usually represents union and love, a couple, romance, coming together. Could be a past life soulmate coming together after all this is over. But we just don't know. We can see but we can't see. We can see but we can't see clearly about what's going to happen. Maybe some of us are afraid of what's going to happen, or some of us are looking forward to it. I think maybe I will get a few clarifiers. Let's pull out the other deck. Let's pull out my Rider-Waite. Let's get a few clarifiers on this energy. Oh, okay, that's that one. Okay, my gosh. Okay, that's it. Okay, right, let's see. Okay, so that's Seven of Swords in reverse came out for that one. This is like the Empress. Oh, the Empress and the Emperor. Look, sitting there. Divine counterparts. So perhaps it is a soulmate thing after this is all over. Some of us may be finding our true loves, our soulmates, after all this is over. See, the Nine of Swords, that's also about, like, at night, the dark thoughts coming in. This is like the 4 AM card. The thoughts you get when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're tormented in the dark. But usually it's all up in your head. So perhaps that could go with the small swords energy there. All up in your head, not knowing what's going to happen. Anxiety, panic over it, over everything that's going on. Because the Seven of Swords is reversed. It's good advice. It's counsel. It's instruction. So upright. It's a design, it's an attempt, it's a wish, but there's also quarrelling, bickering, things, people stealing from people, things not being said the right way. Up this way, it's more good advice and counsel and instruction. And we have Temperance here. We need her. Sagittarius energy. Temperance, where it's like the two of Cups. It's the Two of Cups. So she's playing with the Two of Cups. So perhaps it is like a soulmate's reunion energy, but right now we're like in Temperance. There's a triangle there as well. Right now we're just tempering. We're balancing. Like this is more balancing in a good way rather than balancing in a bad way, like the Hanged Man in reverse. Ah, the Ten of Cups, wish fulfillment, being fulfilled, joy, celebration. It's also about family as well, which links with the Six of Cups. Ten of Cups, celebration, rainbows. We just had Pride weekend as well. So we're all up in our heads about a lot of things. There's a lot of illusion, mystery going on. We don't quite know what's going to happen. Good positive energy, divine counterparts coming in. So getting back with your boyfriend, girlfriend, finding your soulmate after all this is over. Perhaps you and your soulmate have grown over this time and you're coming back together after this is all over, or after all this fighting and chaos is all over. Balancing your way through life with the good and the bad. Mixing it up, realising that it's not all bad, there is goodness in the world as well. Because there is joy and excitement and parties when we all come back together with the rest of our family, because it's all about family card as well. The rest of our family and friends, unity, joy. So there is positivity. So if you want to find the positivity in all of this, if you're feeling anxious, stressed, depressed about this whole situation, perhaps you are being made redundant, you are losing your job, you've been separated from family members, you are on your own. You're on your own in lockdown. So at night time it's the worst because you're really fully alone in the dark. Don't worry, because there is light here. Let's just get a quick healing with the angels advice card for this energy. So what advice do we have for this energy? What advice do we have for the collective, for the world? For all this. Okay. I only want one shuffle, that's fine. Okay, listening. Angel advice. Listen to what people around you are saying, to what you're saying, your soul, your mind, your energy. There is abundance coming, which makes sense with all the sort of the Empress energy. There is love and celebration coming after all of this. Depends how it's actually going to happen. Manifestation, what you want. If you want good stuff coming, think it now, say it out loud. Your words are magic. Freedom, there will be freedom. Like this woman here, you don't have to take your taps off, but there is freedom coming. Because there's freedom more now with lockdown easing up. And spiritual growth, I think for all of this, many of us will have learned and become more spiritual, and especially me in this time, using this time to do tarot readings. I'm trying to help the collective with doing my tarot readings in the first place. I'm hoping it does help you with figuring out the energies of life. So I hope that was helpful, everyone. So if you did find this helpful and you want to look at my previous 2 weekly tarot readings, then check them out on my YouTube and Instagram pages, on Instagram TV, and do like and share these videos around, subscribe to my channels. And last bit of learning to do, and think positively, because we don't know yet, but think positively and manifest the positivity. You want to come out of this with positive energy. And I'll see you for next week's readings. Take care, guys. Bye.